And are there any attorneys on the docket today? Yes, for SFP. For whom? Okay. Do you know who the attorney is? He logged in first. So that's good. I was wondering who he was. Hard. Miss Finley. It's jail time. Gotcha. She was arrested the day of this stop. And therefore, she gets it. It's such a trump card now, isn't it? Which is fine. It's the law. We're going to follow it. Okay, you ready? We're live, and we're going to go let everybody in now. Here we go. Quite a number of people missing, however. It's kind of hoping to tune. I'm going to pause for a moment and let everyone's audio catch up. That may take a moment. If you still connecting. Good morning. My name is Judge Person. I welcome everybody to the Temple Municipal Court. This is real court, even though we're online and you have the convenience of being at home, but we still expect people to behave as if they were in court. And be aware that at the end of today, we really need to have a final direction for your case. That may mean that we need to gather a signature on something. And we can do that a number of ways. One is to come by the court. The other is if you are able to print from your email, and we can email you everything and print it and have signatures collected that way. But we have to get it back from you either as a scan, or we do accept photos like on a phone. Okay, so there's a multitude of ways, and just be aware I'll be asking you about that, trying to problem solve that. We also have a regular docket and a pretrial docket meeting today. And the pretrial docket meets online in a separate room. And when that happens, I assign people to that room. And I actually saw the attorney for SFP management log in at the very beginning, along with Ms. Warren. Y'all were literally the first two people. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all get started while I make announcements. Mr. Jeter, that would be you. And you probably are familiar with the format. So we'll see you back here shortly. But you should have an invitation to do that pretrial now. Thank you. That'll save us a little bit of time on long-winded explanation as to why, but normally I make them sit through all of this, but they have both heard it before. So no need to delay that line and make it longer for those who are actually also in that line. I want to tell you that when you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have under the law for accusing someone. That's what a ticket is. It's an accusation. When you give a plea, you're giving your answer or your response to that accusation. And in a Texas court like this one, this is a Class C court, you have three options for pleading. Okay. So they are guilty, not guilty, and no contest. If you plead guilty, you're admitting it. You're saying, I did this. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting it or denying it, but you're letting me move you forward into sentencing. So you're saying, I'm not going to contest it. Go ahead and sentence me. If you plead not guilty, you are contesting it, which you have the right to do. And we'll move that case forward toward the resolution on that docket is to move to the pretrial docket, which is meeting today. And if it's not resolved today, then we move it to advance to the next setting, which is a live setting here in the courtroom. If you're on that docket today, you should already have both dates. One a resolution here cancels that other date, but we set them both up at the same time. I have a number of people that I haven't been able to identify. So when I say the name, if it's you, unmute and talk to me. Renee Davis, could you unmute for a moment?
Yes.
Hi. Is it your case today? Are you Miss Davis?
Yes, it's for my son,
Okay, what is his name?
Armandre Moore.
Okay, let me make sure I'm going to name you his name just for purposes of this meeting, so that I don't lose track of your place in law. And that is scheduled for the pretrial docket. So I'll just make note of it, and we'll be with you shortly. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. The next person I was able to identify just had the simple name of Sarah. So Sarah, if you would unmute and tell me your full name or whose case it is, let me have their full name. And
I'm here for Sarah. I'm Thomas Nyhoff. We're here for Tasia, my daughter, Tasia Marie Nyhoff.
Nyhoff.
Nyhof.
Sorry, say that again.
NY.
Oh, there we go. I see it. Okay.
All right.
You need to be here with her, but she has to appear and do her own thing. But let me go ahead and get that name changed so that I don't lose track of you. I did review that file. We'll be with you shortly. Thank you very much. And then I had someone named 2UBS 8T, and that's perfectly fine. I don't have a file by that name. Could you tell me your name, please? Yeah, just unmute. You'll have to unmute, sir. Sir, with the glasses. What is your name? You have 2UBS8T. What is your name?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that could be me, but
it's not. But I don't know who you are either. What is your name?
okay, LaQuisha Roberts.
Ms. Roberts.
It didn't let me do it off Zoom. I had to call the number.
It's okay. I can manage it.
Okay.
Okay. I just need to know because if I don't know who you are, then you're not supposed to be in this meeting, and I can't pull a file with no name, right? So I can't work with you. Gentlemen in the glasses, I've asked you to unmute multiple times and you've labeled yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
No, not you, sir.
Not me? Okay.
Mr. Schilling. You're labeled 2BS8T. Please unmute. I've asked you to unmute. Please tell me your name.
Me, Bradley Coates.
Okay, Mr. Coates. Thank you. Got a big turnout for the contestant docket. Okay. Very good. I'm going to change that. It won't change it later. Like when you log back in, it'll just change it for this meeting. So, but I want to keep track of you. I don't like people to lose their place in line. Okay. So we've gone through guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Let me just tell you the options for dismissal that we have available in this court. And it works a little differently in this court than maybe some of the other courts you might have been in. So if you have not entered a plea yet, and you're doing that for the first time today, the options for dismissal are 1, compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. So let me tell you how those work, okay, just briefly. Compliance dismissals, I will look for a dismissal for you. I will start asking you the questions I need to get answered to get that dismissal in play. If you're qualified under state law, I'm vetting that, but you can ask me questions about it if you want to. I don't mind. I'm just not going to wait because sometimes people get tongue-tied. They don't know what to ask. No problem. I'll walk you through that. Okay. Those are things like you didn't put your blinker, you thought you put your blinker on, but the bulb was out and now you've gotten it fixed. Or you had tires that were bald and they cited you for that, or your registration was off. Things like that. So I'll walk you through that. If you have a moving violation, you can get it dismissed if you haven't had more than one this year. Going through a driver safety course option for dismissal. I'll walk you through the steps. And then if you qualify and you want to do it, you gain a dismissal if you complete that process. It always involves a class and getting your driving record. You have to pre-qualify, and I'll automatically start doing that. I assume people might be interested in that program because every ticket has a court cost and a fine. And when I give you a number, I'm giving you that whole number. But when you pay court costs in the driver safety course option, your fine goes on hold and you only pay the court costs. You get your record in, you get your class in, your case gets dismissed, and that fine that was on hold, it gets waived and your ticket goes off your record. That's a way to gain a dismissal. If you have something like that and you need, I'll be asking you when you can pay your court costs. They're not cheap. They range from $139 to $149, I believe. And I'll be asking you when you can pay that. But if I need to give you time, we just need to nail down when that's going to happen. So I'll look and see, because I assume people are interested in dismissals. I assume people are interested in saving money. For some people, it's different. Like maybe they have enough money. It's not about the money. It's something else going on for them. Maybe they don't want to do a class. If you don't want to do a class and I'm pushing you to do a class for dismissal option that you don't want, let me know. I'm not trying to be rude. I assume people are interested because I would be. And I think it's relatively typical that people want a dismissal or they want to save some money, something like that. Okay. So in the driver safety course option, it is cheaper than your ticket. You can pay the ticket and go on your record. But if you qualify for a driver safety option and you do all the steps and you pay for those, the class, the record, and the court costs are cheaper than the whole ticket, and you keep it from your record. That's number two. The third one is called a deferred disposition. We often use the term deferred. Deferred disposition is exactly what it sounds like. Deferred means a delay. Disposition means a delay in finding you guilty. And we delay, I put your plea on hold, we put a contract in place that tells you, but line by line, what you need to do to gain a dismissal. If you do the things listed, you get a dismissal, okay? It's very above board. You'll know what you're supposed to do because it'll be written down. The one thing I want to say there is it's different from the other options that I've described so far because you're supposed to ask for it at the time that you enter the plea. Guilty, but I'd like a deferred. No contest, but I'd like a deferred. One of those. I don't have an opinion about your plea. You're presumed to be not guilty. That's the law. But once you enter a plea, we just go in the direction of your plea. The fourth and final thing, and just remember with the deferred, the first two I walk you through. The deferred, you are supposed to tell me you want to do that, and I'm supposed to entertain it. And if I grant it, that's what we do. Okay. So if you have questions about that, let me know. And then the fourth one is teen court. And it's almost in the driving context, it's about your driving record and safety. In the context of something like a theft, for example, or something that isn't driving related, a criminal offense, it's probably about your record. With teen court, you can pay a teen court fee of $20. And usually there's a class you're going to do or some counseling, whichever is going to work best. And then we look at a dismissal if you complete what you're supposed to do. So teen court is for high school students, middle school students, students enrolled toward that final diploma, okay? So we'll be looking at that if you're a teen court eligible person. And I think I have a few today. I've got one more person to let in and they're on the phone. Let me get that person squared away. And then I'll begin talking with the first person, which is gonna be, hold on just a minute. Nyhoff. With Nyhoff should be first. Got a couple of other teen courts, but they're not in. Hello, on the phone. It's a phone number ending 254, ending in 979. Are you there? Can you hear me? I just let you in the meeting. On the phone, 254, ending in 979.
Yes.
Yes. No, not Miss Culverhouse. I don't believe that you're on the telephone. You're good,
What?
right? I don't think I was asking you to unmute yet. Just
Oh, okay. All
yeah.
right.
Phone number.
I'm on the phone.
Nope. Phone number ending in 979. Just came in the meeting. Can you unmute? Okay, I'll keep trying. Let me move forward. Tasia Nyhoff. Good morning. If you could unmute. How are you, ma'am? A little louder, or maybe you're not muted.
Hey,
Yes, no, ma'am. No, Miss Nyhoff, Tasia Nyhoff.
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. So my question for you this morning, Miss Nyhoff, I did receive your teen court request and your plea of guilty. You understand the plea of guilty means we're moving forward with sentencing this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you are pleading freely and voluntarily, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're at Belton High
Yes.
School?
No, I'm
And
at Lake Belton.
Lake Belton. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's a $20 teen court fee. Can you pay that fee today?
Yes.
And was this an accident?
Yes, ma'am.
There's a class that you're going to do for teen court, very much like the driver safety course, but it'll be due faster because you're in the top group for death and dismemberment on the, and I really want to get you into a class fast.
Okay.
And that's my biggest goal now is I know there's a correlation between driving well and taking a class, and I want to get you into that class. So I will grant teen court. The $20 fee is due today. Class is due in 30 days, which is October 7th. We're already getting and we will give you information finding a class that's related to your age group. You can do it online or you can do it around town and get it turned in, and then I will waive the rest of your fees and dismiss the case. Okay. Are you interested?
Yes.
Okay. I do need you to come in to pay those fees today
Okay.
sometime and to sign your paperwork.
Okay.
You'll only be in the building about 10 minutes.
Okay.
When should we look for you?
I'll take you now.
ASAP.
Okay. She'll take you now.
Okay. So probably sometime this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll look for you at the window. I'd say within an hour or so. And don't rush over. But we'll have everything there for you at that time. Okay. So your next step is to come on over and get squared away with the clerk at the window and then get your class turned in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
Thank you. I'm going to release y'all now.
Okay. Thank you.
Excuse me just one moment. On SOP management, Ms. Warren and Mr. Peter, are we heading to resolution? Or are we heading to trial?
Your Honor, we are eventually headed to a resolution, I believe, but we're going to need more time. And so
Reset.
the case, we can reset it. It's already set on the final pre-trial, but either way.
That date works for the court.
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Jeter, the resolution in my book would be, excuse me, I would expect things to be resolved by November 3rd at 1 o'clock, or you're here, okay? If I can effectively close the file, then I call that resolved. If I can't, I say we're having an in-person pretrial, okay?
I didn't hear the last thing you said, Your Honor.
I said that if you're not resolving the cases before that next date, you need to be in the court.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. You have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. You can withdraw. Ms. Warren, your next party is R.L. Ludd.
Yes, ma'am.
Morning. There you are. You might need to get more visible on the screen. But
My
Mr.
screen is cracked. Let me see if I can.
Well, Ms. Warren is going to actually meet with you in the breakout room, and if she can manage it, we'll be okay. She's pretty good,
Okay.
so we'll see how that works out.
Okay.
Okay, accept the invitation. We'll see you when you come back in.
Okay. So I go back to mute.
Yeah, you will come back here at the end after you talk to Ms. Warren. You'll come back in
Okay.
here. But right now, you should have an invitation on your screen to be able to click and accept.
I don't see it.
I can't resend it. It's just there.
Okay. Uh, uh,
Mr. Flood, if you can't, the technology is preventing you from knowing what to do, then my next question is there another device you can use? Smartphone, phone?
let me see. Hold on. Can I see your phone? No.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to work on that while I continue to work. And I don't think I can get Ms. Warren back over till she gets tired of waiting for you. Ms. Warren, he has a cracked screen and can't see the invitation to the meeting.
Okay.
So I have advised him, and I'm again advising him to either find a different device or call in on the phone. And Mr. Lid, I'll put you back into your space next if you just log in a different way because this isn't working, okay? So maybe call us, maybe hang up and call in right away, something like that. Ms. Warren, I'll move you right now forward to Grant Schilling, who is next. And I'll see if I can work with Mr. Luke. Thank you, Ms. Warren. Thank you, Mr. Schilling. If you'll just accept that invitation, it will bounce you over to that breakout room. Hopefully that's working. Okay, now I am moving forward with Kendra Finley. And Ms. Finley, if you could unmute, that would be wonderful. If you could wait just a moment, let me admit this other person coming in late, but I don't know who it is. And I will see if they'll tell me who they are just real quickly. Hello, I just logged you into the meeting. Phone number ending in 565. Are you there? No, not Mr. Coates. Phone number, a person on the telephone, and your phone number ends in 565. Could you tell me your name? Ms. Finley, I did receive the paperwork that you dropped off, and it does appear to the court, though I'm entering your pleas, well, we did that some time ago, that you are qualified for time service. And so
Yes.
so I'm granting that at this time.
Thank you.
And you are free to go. I don't believe we have anything else for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Finley. Rita Venegas Torres. You could unmute for your file. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Who are you? What's your name? What is your name, please? On the phone, what is your name? Ms. Venegas Torres, could you make your screen show your face, please? Thank you. You're not also on a phone call, are you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Okay. I was asking this other person, they started talking. And honestly, if they're not going to respond, I may have to remove them from the meeting, but
Are you talking about me?
no, I'm really not. Your phone number doesn't end in 565.
Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you, but I haven't heard your name yet.
Oh, Trevor?
Okay. Trevor,
Yes, Trevor Trombley. Yes, ma'am.
okay. So I'll put that on the screen so that I don't lose track of you. And I'll ask you to stay attentive. And when it's your turn, I will call your name out loud. Okay, Mr. Trombley?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And just one more time, the phone number ending in 979. If your phone number, you're on line, and your phone number ends in 979, would you please unmute and tell me who you are? And then I have another person who added in on a Galaxy A01. And I'm going to ask you to unmute, tell me who you are, and show me your face, please. Got up and walked on. Are you there? Yes. What is your name, please? Maybe they'll get a clue and come back in. Less like sitting around. All right. So, Frida, good morning. How are you, ma'am?
Good morning. Good, you?
I'm good. I show that you're qualified for teen court. And my first question before I address that, I don't mind granting teen court. Are you getting your license at this time?
I've been in the process of getting it, but I have not gotten it yet.
Where are you in that process?
Just starting it.
Okay, well, what does that mean? For some people, it means they've enrolled in a class and they're going. And for some people, it means they've thought about it. So there's a really big difference. And getting the license is a lengthy process. Yes?
I have not enrolled in the thing. I'm just thinking about it.
Right. Well, don't drive because it's illegal.
Yes, I know that.
Okay. So for teen court, there are two $20 fees. Can you pay those fees today? It's $40.
Yes, I can pay the fee.
Okay. And then what I'm going to require is that you go ahead and get enrolled and you take a driver safety course. And I need proof that you're enrolled toward getting that DL.
Okay.
And that's a bunch of paperwork and then a class. And I want those proof of that by 10/7/21. I need you to come up and sign your paperwork today and pay those fees. What time can we look for you?
I can be there in about 2 hours.
Okay. All right.
But I was gonna ask you because I had a question. Do I still need to pay the $400 fines of my tickets?
Not if you do teen court.
Okay.
You do the two things I've asked you to do. Pay the $20 each case, proof of enrollment in the driving safety program, and a class. Then I dismiss your case. You don't owe more money.
Okay.
Savings for young people. So we'll see you in a couple of hours, okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right. Yeah, well, what he does is he logs in and then walks off. And you couldn't do that in the courtroom, so you can't do that on Zoom. So I'll let him try it if he's going to keep doing that. He just isn't a good candidate for an online session. Ms. Warren, where are we on the, I'm sorry, is it Schilling?
Yes. And Your Honor, if I may address Mr. Schilling for just a second. Mr. Schilling, if you bring that paperwork to City Hall, it is closed to the public, but there's a phone number on there where you can call and someone will retrieve it and just get it to me. But it's best to just email it. You can take a picture and I'll take that email picture. That's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Your Honor, we are headed to resolution. And so yes, on the Schilling case.
There were two. He has two cases.
Yes, on both of them.
Okay, great.
And so he does understand that if those cases are not resolved, he does have to appear.
Okay, so what she's saying is whatever resolution y'all come up with, I don't always know the details because it's not proper for me to know them until they're formal, but which would be whatever y'all are discussing, exchanging there probably. But if that hasn't happened by October 20th at 2 o'clock, really the day before, then you need to be here at that time, okay?
That's October 20th at 2 o'clock.
Yes, we gave you that setting in writing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, Ms. Warren. I'm going to advance you forward, and your next person then will be Derek Johnson. And Mr. Johnson, there you are. It is your turn, and I will send you that room assignment now, but you'll come back in this meeting when that meeting is over. Who's the person on the Galaxy? What is it? Oh, great. Mr. Ludd, can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
You're on here twice, so I'm gonna actually remove the other one
The 279 number, yeah.
because there we go. Because that one is going to cause feedback. We all just heard. Okay, so this looks a lot better. You'll be next on the pretrial list. Okay.
Okay,
All right. Glad you worked it out.
thank you.
All right. I'm going to move forward, and that means I am talking to Patty Culverhouse. Ms. Culverhouse. There you go. It is your turn, ma'am. Good morning. You turned your screen off. I would so much like to have a visual. It works better. Ms. Culverhouse. Hi.
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
I did get your request, and you entered pleas of guilty for both cases.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you had made a request for $50 a month, and I'm
Yes.
willing to grant that. Is that your request today?
Yes.
Okay. I can email a payment plan that you would sign and return to the court today, either through email or fax, or you can come by the court and sign at the window and get copies of everything.
Email.
Okay. And you can print it and sign it?
Yes.
Okay, we'll send that over to you. You should have it within about an hour or less. And if you don't have it by then, give us a call, see what's happening, okay?
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Schilling, I think you're actually good to go. Did you have questions before you go?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
All right, I'm sorry, I didn't make that very clear.
Okay.
You're good to go, but I usually do ask, do you have any questions? And I apologize, I skipped
It's
that.
okay. You're all
Okay,
right.
thank you.
I sure appreciate it. Thank you. You have a great
Yes,
day.
sir. You too, sir. Okay. Moving forward, Ms. Hammond, Autumn Hammond, if you could unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll be right with you. Let me get your file pulled. I did review the paperwork you submitted, and you entered a plea of no contest. You had asked for a $50 a month payment plan, but I'm showing that I should be pushing the alternative of community service instead. Do you just want the payment plan, and do you feel like you can meet that demand, or are you would you accept community service instead?
I feel like I can definitely make the payment plan.
Okay.
I mean, I basically make my own money.
Okay.
So, I mean, it is really easy for me to do that, you know, if I have the opportunity to do that.
Yes, I'll totally give you that opportunity. I just wanted to make sure you knew there was an alternative. I can email that to you if you're able to print it and sign it.
Okay.
Or you can come by, which is going to work best for you.
I can probably come by today.
Okay, it has to be a definite you're coming in.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it can't be a probably. 'Cause we don't want.
Yeah, it'll be around noon, but I'll definitely come today.
Okay, noon will work for the court. See you then, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. And Trevor Trombley, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Do you not have a way to be online visually?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay, that's fine. It's easier for you, but I had actually granted you an extension the last time you were on Zoom on August 31st, and you didn't come in and sign it. You just didn't come over.
Remember I told you that we had COVID?
Yes, I do remember
I
that.
wasn't able to come in.
But we emailed you twice and got no response.
I don't think we received email. Well, let me check.
But we didn't get it. It did not bounce back. What I told you was I needed a signature. And I hoped that we could get it.
So what happened since that paper didn't get filled out?
Just give me 1 minute. Right. So we were going to extend you so that we could get proof of school enrollment. And what was the date we were going to give you? Are you unable to send something back or respond to your email?
No, I can send something back. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Was it the request for extension?
Right.
Okay, I can send that. I can send that right now.
Yeah, we need that back so that you don't get a warrant. Okay. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I
so
think
you
it was
found
it,
now?
it was on my mom's email address. That's why I wasn't receiving them.
Yeah, that's the email we confirmed with you though. So you got to keep up with it because when we get into teen court, you're going to have to keep up with it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let me get it back from you this morning. All right.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I just send it over. I can send it over now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I hope you're getting well.
Thank you. Is that it?
That's it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
This morning, perfect timing. Who do you have next? I'm sorry.
Yes.
We're talking with Mr. Thompson.
On the Johnson case, I am offering a dismissal. I'll get that to you at the end of the proceedings.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, the email that we used today is your proper email where we would send a copy of this dismissal, yes?
You're muted, Mr. Johnson.
Okay, am I on now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, DW Johnson 1105 at Gmail.
Is that the same one that you're on now?
I believe so. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. That was too quick. Okay, we'll email a copy to you.
Okay, so everything go for the day.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Miss Warren, your next person. Let's see, is Mr. Lude or Ludd? I keep saying it. He was able to log in from me. Sir, how do you say your last name? Lude or Ludd?
Lud, L-U-D-D.
Okay, great. I'm going to send you an invitation now. Prosecutor, and this time you should be able to see it.
Okay.
And when you're done with that meeting, you'll come back in here, okay? Okay, and I actually have cleared my docket. Let me just make sure. Dolores Barnett is a no-show. Tiana Blaine. Ashley Cantu. Beatrice Herrera. Victor Lang. Alberto Martinez. Mario Rodriguez. Pamela Wilburn. Anybody answer to any of those names? It's a lot of no-shows. I'm surprised.
Called my name.
Well, I have you as Ashley Taylor. I called Ashley Cantu.
That's my name, Ashley Taylor. Yes, ma'am.
You're Ashley Taylor, right? Yeah, I didn't call your name. I called Miss Cantu.
Okay.
You're on the pretrial docket. She wasn't, and she's not. But thank you. It's good to be better safe than sorry.
Do you have Brad Coates down?
Yeah, I do, but you're on the pretrial docket, not the uncontested docket with me. So you're waiting for your term, which is actually coming right up.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Taylor is next. Then Armandre Moore, then Mr. Coates, and then Laquisha Roberts. So I'll be getting to each of you. It's just Ms. Warren is one person, so we'll get there. I'm going to do paperwork in front of you. On the Barnett is was she summoned on the new case? Barnett. Okay. So on the she's not here today. I'm not surprised. She's being moved into a nursing facility. So I don't know. It looks like end of stage stuff. So we can accept her plea and waive fines and costs due to the doctor note on those, and then send the summons. Maybe we'll get pleas on the others. The note, doctor's note can be scanned into the new cases, please. The doctor's note can be scanned into the new cases. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, is there a way to get information over to code through Nicole, perhaps, that person is basically going into skilled nursing? Yes. I mean, they can keep writing her, but at a certain point, she just won't respond because she's not going to be able to clean it up after you. Thank you. On Tiana Blaine, there's a warning letter and no, she didn't show. So we can just go to warrant. We can just Warren and Mr. Luke. No. Okay, Ms. Warren, are we getting resolved with Mr. Ludd or are we moving to trial?
We are resolved, Your Honor. I offer the plea and bar
Okay.
in these cases. the fine and cost on the failed to notify rabies is the one that he will enter the no contest plea. But he has expressed a hardship and he's unable to pay that amount.
Okay, I'll work with him. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Warren. I'm going to advance you forward. Your next person is Miss Taylor Ashley. Ms. Taylor, you'll receive an invitation. You can just click and accept that. You'll meet with Ms. Warren, and when y'all are done, you'll come back. Okay? Mr. Ludd, I have your information. Let me just give it a quick glance. I didn't look at it yet.
Okay.
Are you working at Salvation Army or is your spouse?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. And what's your paycheck look like when you get paid?
After they take out taxes, I bring home around about $700.
Every 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
What day of the week are you paid?
Every Friday.
Every Friday or every other Friday?
Friday, sorry, every other Friday.
That's fine. Thank you. And then is your spouse working at Gurley?
That's me. I work for Girling too.
Okay.
3 hours a day, every 2 weeks.
Okay. And what day of the week are you paid there?
It's every 2 weeks. So it falls on the 15th and the 30th.
Okay.
Yeah, my rent is 1,500. So
That's one whole job.
and I have a car payment. It's due every other Friday, $229.
Okay. Now, do you pay all the rent? And here you put rent at 1,075, and then it's crossed through, and you put 600.
What
How much do
happened
you
was
pay?
I pay 600 out of it, but they had sold our duplex to another company, and that's why it's now just $1,050.
Okay, so it went up.
Really, it stayed the same. It's just different owner now.
Yeah, but like, why did you make it higher here?
How did I?
Yeah, you
No.
said you just told me it went from 600 to 1,075, and then you told me it's really 600. So I don't.
No,
What is?
our rent is $1,050, and I pay 600 of that 1,000.
Okay, who pays the rest?
My girlfriend.
Got it. Now I see. Thank you. I'm just trying to get a handle on what's financially happening for you so that I can make adjustments. And if I don't understand the information, then I'm really going to do a bad job. I'm showing that I can order community service, and that amount of hours is 138 hours. And I'm going to give you, really, I want to see how it's working for you.
Mhm.
I'm going to start with 60 days, but I'll give you more time if you request it. But what I have for community service is a list of places that you can go to that are local, and you pick what's going to work for you. You've got 2 jobs and a child, and I'm going to let you be the manager of your life.
Okay.
And in 60 days, if you've got it done, you just turn it in and we verify it. If you've got some hours done and you're not finished, you turn in those hours. Let me know how much longer you think you need, and I'm going to work with you. I will work with you absolutely on that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And so I will. Can I email that to you and you print it and sign it, or do you want to come by? There's a pretty big packet.
I want to come down.
Great.
Where I can.
To the court where you came before when we took the picture.
Yes, ma'am.
Those girls are people, because there's different people out there. The other folks at the window can help you. And you
Okay,
just come and they'll find your paperwork. We'll have it out there for them.
okay,
And you sign it and look at it. And if you have any questions, ask. And if they can't answer you, they'll let me know.
okay.
So if you need to talk to me again, you can.
Davidson too, when I'm down there?
Sorry?
Do I fill out the affidavit for hardship when I come down there too?
No, you don't.
No, I don't have to do that?
I already did that. This was just now.
Okay,
That conversation we were having. I was figuring out what I needed to do to accommodate.
okay,
Okay, Mr. Ludd. Very good. So you're coming by the court, okay?
okay.
Okay, thank
I
you, sir.
appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Have a good
All
day.
right.
We can too. We can do community service in 60 days. Good morning on the phone. Could you tell me your name, please?
My name is Lang.
Mr. Lang.
Yes.
And I have one more. Mr. Lang, good morning. I'm Judge Person.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm kind of wondering why you're an hour late for court.
Well, I thought I was supposed to receive a call from the court, and I actually just called the court, and she told me what to do. It was
Okay,
kind
very
of
good. Very good. Well, we'll work through it then. I did receive your plea of no contest on the motor vehicle situation, the registration, and the insurance charge. And I did note, and I was actually going to give me 1 minute. I want to look at that insurance case. Of insurance. I am showing that you have. Are you the only income to your home?
say it again for me, ma'am.
Are you the only income to your home?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And you have a grandson living with you, I believe?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You are qualified for me to order community service. I'm just reviewing your file quickly to see if there's any dismissal options. Let me look real quickly at that, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, ma'am.
Registration. Right. I don't dice here. If it was the date of, I just want to make sure it's the right car. Yeah, if it's same, if it's the date of insurance, the date of the stop, and there's no accident, I don't split hairs. But if it's the day after, because you gotta draw the line somewhere. Okay, so Mr. Lang,
Yeah.
on your insurance case, I'm able to dismiss that one and then order community service on the registration charge.
Mhm. And how would I go about it? Because you guys are I'm in Dallas.
Yeah, well, we can email you all the paperwork, sign it and take a photograph of it and send it back to us. Or you can sign it and fax it. Or you can sign it and scan it. You can do
Okay.
community service in your community. I'll accept community service from any nonprofit organization under the laws of the state of Texas. So you find a nonprofit in your community, you'll get your paperwork. It will have a timesheet for you to keep track of your hours. It will also have a list of instructions for how to go about doing the community service. It's 16 hours and it's due November 9th. And we'll email that to you here this morning shortly.
Okay. Okay.
The insurance case can be dismissed.
Okay.
You had insurance.
Yes, I did. It was actually my mother and my father's car, and I was driving it, and he was actually getting the registration and inspection done. He had to get the inspection done first, and I believe I sent that in, but it turns out
you sent it in too late on that particular offense, but on the insurance it worked out. So we will email everything to you, and then if you have any questions, you can call and ask those questions of the clerk. And if you need to talk to me again, the clerk will set that up. But it should be self-explanatory. We'll email it to you. Read everything, and then if you need more information, give us a call. Okay. But remember that your due date is November 9th. I need your hours, or if you're not done with your hours, I need you to request an extension with the court so that you don't get a warrant. Okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna do it.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Thank you too.
Bye-bye. Ms. Warren, we're working with Ms. Taylor, right?
Ms. Taylor did enter a plea of no contest. Her license is eligible at this time. I'll submit that proof to the court after the docket. She is disabled, and so I kind of spoke to her a little bit about that process, but let her know that you would also talk to her about that.
Certainly. And this is a straight hit then?
No, it's a deferred.
Okay.
She is eligible.
Okay.
And so she provided that proof. Well, we kind of looked that up, so I'll get that proof to the court.
Great.
But she expressed an inability to pay and a disability.
Okay, I will work with her on that deferred. Thank you, Ms. Warren. And I'll move you forward. And the next person you're talking to is Armandre Moore. They can get on the screen. I've been watching them like walking all over their house for a while. Mr. Moore?
Hello.
Okay, great. If y'all will kind of be seated, and I'm sending you an invitation to the breakout room with Ms. Warren. And if you'll click accept, it'll push you into that meeting. Okay, Ms. Taylor? So we'll do that deferred paperwork here.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first question is, the best way to work with you might be to email to you. Can you print and sign things and email them back? Or do you need to come?
Okay.
Sorry?
I can go to the courthouse today.
Okay. Okay. That works really well if you're close enough. And here's what I wind up doing. I wind up, when you can't pay, and I agree that you cannot, then what I do is order community service. Now, you might not be able to do it, and it sounds like that's very real. I just need a doctor's note by your due date, which is going to be 2 months from today.
So I need by November?
November 9th. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be a condition that on the 9th of November, either I've got a doctor's note or I've got your hours. Okay?
All right.
Okay. And then this is a document we need to have you sign, and it's that agreement to get you toward that dismissal. So what I'm going to ask you to do is go ahead and when you come by the court today, sign it at the front desk, and they'll make a copy for you. They'll give you the community service information, but that is subject to doctor either approval or non-approval. Okay. So I don't need to know your disability. I just need a note from a doctor saying she can't do this. And then I can waive it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. We'll see you soon. I've got a phone and she's been in the meeting and didn't reply. No, I'm mistaken. It was a different number. It was 959 instead of 979. And what's her name? Hi, ma'am. Is your first name Mary? What's the last name?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
What is your name, please?
Dolores Barnett.
Okay. Hi, Miss Sorry.
Good morning, Honor.
Miss Barnett, Dolores Barnett.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So good morning. Were you having trouble logging in today?
Yes, and plus calling in, I got hung up on several times. This is the first time that I could get in to hear your voice.
Okay. Or where are you?
I'm in Temple, Texas. I had to come down here so they could help me. And then finally we plugged my phone in and it started working right.
Are you here at the court?
No, ma'am. They told me to call.
Yeah, no, that's good. I just didn't understand what you meant when you said I'm here. So, okay. I went ahead and accepted the 8 pleas that you entered, but I have, I had a few questions.
Yes, ma'am.
There are new charges that have just been filed that are like the other ones on rubbish.
Hon, I don't have any rubbish in my yard. The neighbors are moving and they have 2 lots and they keep charging me, and I'm too sick to do anything. I've been in the hospital.
That I see. Wait, stop for a minute. You entered pleas on these cases saying no contest.
Well,
and so just a moment, ma'am, ma'am. Okay, hold on. It's not going to work if you talk and talk and talk. I need to tell you a few things, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on just a moment. I need to, well, I don't want to mute you because I may never get you back. What I was trying to tell you is that I would enter the pleas that you gave the court and waived your fines and costs because you're disabled and you're living in a skilled facility at this time, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
but then I have these new charges, and we're about to send you letters about those.
Well, it is not on my property. It's on the other people's property at 517.
Yeah, well, see, wait a minute. If you can't say, find me guilty, but now I'm going to contest it, okay? So I'm going to need to move you to the contested docket. If you're saying this isn't my property, then I don't know why you pled no contest, but I need to move you to a different docket.
Am I going to be in trouble?
Well, if you don't keep up with your dates, you will be, but as long as you just keep up with your dates, no. Okay, so what I'm going to do is what I just said. I'll accept your plea on those other cases and I'll waive your fines and costs, but I'm going to schedule you to be back in this online again September 21st.
Okay, to be in the courtroom on the 29th for 3 new charges.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's different because, you mean on these new cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, let's stick to that date, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Your
And I'll let the prosecutor know to check on what you're telling me, okay? And she may reach a conclusion of her own, okay?
Yes, Your Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Miss Barnett. You're good to go
Your
for
Honor,
today.
thank you so much. So waived all those and everything on this.
Actually, what I'm learning is that I don't know where do you think you need to be on the 29th?
Temple, Texas.
Who sent you that letter?
I got this. Oh, the Temple, City of Temple.
Okay.
Municipal. They've got me scheduled for 3 things. Let me get this envelope out so I can tell you. Municipal Court sent me this letter.
Yeah, the 23rd.
403rd Street, Temple, Texas.
Okay, and are you sure it says the 29th?
Let me look. Let me open it up. I mean, I've got to pull it out.
Our records show something different.
All right, let me open this up and see what it says here. It says, 21st, 9 a.m.
Okay.
To be Temple Municipal Court Building. Time
Okay,
9 a.m.
that makes sense.
Ma'am?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. You can come by anytime between now and then and fill out paperwork at the front, okay? And we'll see you on the 21st.
With Lisa Jet, G-E-T-Z, Your Honor.
I'm not sure. Yes, Ms. Getz.
Okay, I'll go today and do that.
Okay, well, we'll see you then or hear from you then. You can call in like you did today, okay?
Ma'am, thank you so much.
Okay.
You can probably see where I was trying to call in several times. I wasn't going to give up.
I did see that, but I couldn't get you I couldn't get your audio to work.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Yes,
for your
ma'am.
help.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Ms. Warren, thank you for waiting. I finally got her to where I could hear her, and I just did not want to let her go because I knew we might not reconnect.
Okay.
Just remind me, you were talking with Mr. Moore.
Mhm. So Mr. Moore has changed his plea to no contest
Okay.
and requested the teen court program.
Okay. I can work with him from here unless you have specifics that you want to.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Mr. Moore, just hold tight. I'll be right with you. You're moving to Bradley Coates. Ms. Moore. Coates, you should receive that invitation right now. And we'll see you back shortly. Mr. Moore, if you would unmute again. Let's talk. With Teen Court, we have a $20 fee. Can you pay that fee today?
Yes.
And then there'll be a tobacco intervention class. And it will be due by October 7th. That's pretty quick. Do the class and get your certificate of completion turned in by that due date. Then I will dismiss your charge. How does that sound?
That's good.
So that class is required by law. So I just like to cut to the chase and do the one thing that we have to do. It's plenty to do. y'all are gonna need to bring that $20 over and get your paperwork. But that paperwork will include, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do as far as your class goes.
Okay.
Okay, when can y'all come by?
It'll be after 12.
Okay, we'll look for you after the lunch hour.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Roberts, we certainly haven't forgotten about you. We'll be with you shortly. What is her name? Louisa. Or Louisa. I see what you were telling me. Oh. Yes, Miss came in this morning and said she wanted a referral, but she had stated last week she wanted to talk to you, and so. I thought that was the one. That's the insurance. Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to go down to costs on that. I think it's appropriate, but she's got to sign it. She wants to do it that way. This is just a minute show with my notes. Can we call Maria Rodriguez? If I have a phone number, I could call. It's such a pity he's on time and now he's about to not be. Yeah, ask him why you haven't logged in for court. The judge would like to know. He's eligible for the best program we have. And he's pled. Okay, I called and it says if you want to make a call, so he's the phone that we have listed as nothing. I wonder what's his email. Can we court online email? He's a kid. That's why I'm bending over backwards a bit. And just say, the only way you can have an extension is if he writes back and asks for one at court by the end of close of business today. What a pity. Just say, the court knows that she did not appear for Zoom, scheduled Zoom meeting. The judge would grant an extension if you make a request for one by close of business today. Please provide an explanation as to why you did not appear. I think that's sufficient. If you make a request. He's a kid. He may think that means somebody else is going to do it. Yes. Very good. Great. Just notes on the motion. On Miss Louisa, I'm gonna say that we can reset on my motion. She really was trying. Maybe she can solve it before the next one. And try to squeeze it in. Yeah, because she's got to find one. Thank you. That's everyone. So we'll just wait, Mr. Roberts and Mr. Coates. And then good job. Okay. Okay, with regard to Mr. Coates, Ms. Warren, do we have a resolution or are we heading to trial?
Your Honor, based on the information provided in the case, the state is offering a dismissal, and I will get that to you at the end of this docket.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Coates?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. I'll get that from the prosecutor here shortly, and I'll sign it, and then we will send it to the email that we sent the previous meeting request for today. Okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Appreciate
Good
it.
luck to you.
Thank you for all you guys do. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Okay.
Ms. Warren, LaQuisha Roberts is waiting. Ms. Roberts, able to unmute? Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Do you have visual? Are you able to get on video? No.
No, ma'am, it wouldn't let me get on Zoom.
Okay. Well, I'm going to send you a meeting invitation, and I believe it'll be there'll be a cue audio for you to accept that invitation. Okay. I was going to tell you something. Oh, and jury trials? The members are too high. I think they're going to exhausting to keep up with the jury. Okay, great. Yes, Ms. Warren?
Ms. Roberts did change her plea on both cases to no contest.
Yes.
You're gonna be straight hits because she still does not have proof of insurance or a license.
Okay.
And I did instruct her that she needs to call back or contact the court. She states that she may need community service. So I told her to call back in to work all that out.
Yes, because she was on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold on for a few minutes to see if she does that right away because she didn't give me any income or bill information.
Okay.
So I'll wait 5 minutes and then if not, I'll see if she contacts us. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll get all the documentation from the docket to you. Just a few minutes. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Ms. Roberts?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, this is Judge Burton. Ma'am, I have a few questions. Are you working at this time?
No, ma'am. I had got a job offer for a call center in at Waco for S2G, but I wasn't able to accept the job offer because of you have to do 3 weeks without having to call in or anything like that. So I explained to them about me trying to do community service. I didn't take it.
Oh, okay. Do you live with family at this time?
I stay with my mom.
Okay. I can order community service and it does come out to, I'm just calculating the hours, 23 hours. You can do that in Waco.
Okay.
At any nonprofit there.
Okay.
In Waco or are you in Temple?
I stay in Waco.
Okay.
For right now. I applied to go to school for NCC.
Got it. Well, I need you to update your information because I have you living in Temple.
Okay.
So if you will, we're going to email you. Are you going to come by the building today or should we email the information?
Can you email me and I can go print the papers out and bring them to y'all?
Or you can come here and we will print them out for you. Which would be best?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm just waiting on the furniture people to come pick up my bed on where I live at now.
Okay. And so when should we expect to look for you?
I'm not quite sure. They said that they'll call me when they're on their way.
Okay, but sometime today you need to come by the court.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll have everything up there for you, okay, at the front desk where you came before.
Okay. Okay.
Let the clerk know your new address, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll receive written directions for how to find a provider for community service, and there'll be a timesheet to document your hours. And your due date is November 9th. If you need more time, you'll need to apply for an extension before that date, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Roberts.
Bye-bye.